This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Our top story, the Great American Eclipse sweeping all across the country.
ABC's Maggie Rulli is in Charleston, South Carolina. That's the last state to see the celestial phenomenon here in the United States. Maggie joins us now with more.
We've been here in Charleston for days waiting for this eclipse, and now that it's finally happened, I can say that all of the prep was 100% worth it. After 38 years, the wait is finally over.
There it is! Total eclipse of the sun! I couldn't be more excited.
It's amazing. I love it.
The moon's shadow raced across the U.S., leaving millions of Americans in the dark for a few brief moments of totality.
It's the second most beautiful thing I've seen in my life.
It's absolutely amazing. It's so dark out of here. It looks like a sunset over there. It's amazing.
Casting a shadow over the millions who flocked to Oregon, including our Mercy Gonzalez.
You can hear the excitement here in Lincoln City, Oregon, the first place in the country to witness this total eclipse.
Treating Kentucky dead center for totality to more than 2 full minutes of blackout.
This is the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
And finally, the last stop here in the U.S., Charleston, South Carolina. Right now, you can see the sun just peeking around the moon. We are in a total solar eclipse. Some taking advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime moment to say, I do.
Fantastic.
It goes by so quick, but I mean, even with the rain, I couldn't be happier right now.
Soaking in the darkness from the skies. Nearly everyone who battled the traffic and crowds to make it to the path of totality says it's all been worth it.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I'll never forget it.
When we hit totality here in Charleston, the crowd erupted into cheers, and the nighttime energy was absolutely electric. But if you missed it this year, don't worry. You'll get another chance in just 7 years. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Charleston County, South Carolina. Back to you guys.
All right, Maggie, thank you so much. There is an endless amount of amazing videos and pictures of the solar eclipse crossing the United States from west to east coast today.
The path of totality traced a 70-mile wide ribbon from coast to coast from Oregon to South Carolina. You can take a look at some of the views of the eclipse from that path, the different views and how they did look slightly different at each location. Some stunning images, though, from Casper, Wyoming, the Oregon coast, Beatrice, Nebraska, and Portland, Oregon, which is a little harder to see there. Pitch black skies and huge crowds were gathering at all of those locations to see this event.
And when I see those pictures there, I thought I should have gone to one of those spots, but it was okay here on the Suncoast. We pretty much had very clear skies for the solar eclipse today. This is video from one of our photographers shot from the parking lot of ABC7 studio in downtown Sarasota. I think we have that. As you can see, the peak of the partial eclipse, it didn't get that dark out, but with specialized eclipse glasses, you could see the show, the moon covering up roughly 80% of the sun at its peak.
And a few places on the Suncoast hosted some local eclipse viewing events. ABC7's Adam Cellini is joining us from Oscar Shearer State Park in Osprey, where close to 100 people came out to enjoy this phenomenon this afternoon. Adam.
Yeah, Scott and Haley, it was a lot of fun out here today. Big crowd of people, a lot of strangers just kind of meeting each other and celebrating it for the first time. This it all happened at this pavilion here near the Legacy Trail, and people of all ages just spent hours looking up at the sky as the moon slowly passed in front of the sun there. Now, a state ranger along with some state park volunteers from as far as Hillsborough County came out to help with this total eclipse of the park party. They helped residents make all kinds of their own projectors, some out of cereal boxes like we've seen, but others made from big moving boxes that you could fit your entire head inside, and also long cardboard tubes that create a larger projection of the sun. Now, a big theme and a big advantage for coming out to this today was sharing, especially those who had those coveted eclipse glasses. You could see several groups of up to 6 or 7 strangers passing around just one pair for everyone to try for a short amount of time. Most everyone we spoke with was very satisfied with that around 75% eclipse that you just saw. Looked like a bit of a smiley face from here in the park.
It's actually pretty exciting because I've never seen one before. I think it's pretty cool.
The glasses are amazing, and it's cool just to see it through every little tool in the boxes.
I was the first one, so
Nice.
she put it together for me, and it's great viewing.
It was kind of a uniting thing. We don't see too much of that anymore, right?
Now, another cool thing that park staff was doing out here, they were passing out these sheets for citizen scientists, measuring temperature and air pressure and humidity during the eclipse and comparing it to temperature in the shade, and also had a couple of numbers to compare with other locations around the country experiencing this eclipse. And from what we understand, they were submitting results as well. And you could certainly feel it get a little cooler here. I don't know the details. I didn't happen to see a temperature reading, but did get a little noticeably cooler out here in the middle of that eclipse. For now, live here at Oscar Shearer State Park, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Haley, back to you in the studio.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. And ABC7 viewers sent us some of their photos of the partial eclipse here on the Suncoast. This picture shows the eclipse shining down onto a driveway with those little crescent shadows through the leaves. And Neil Brange sent us this awesome photo of the eclipse. He says he took it from Marina Jack around 2:45 this afternoon. Very cool.
Obviously with some filters on,
yes,
because it wasn't that dark out. But it was really neat to see all of the effects. I thought, well, we said the shadows were probably the coolest thing that we could see here. I didn't notice it get any cooler, did you?
I did, a little bit, just a little bit.
Felt maybe a little less human? I don't know. We're going to check in with Bob with our first alert weather forecast.
Well, I was at a weather station at the close to the totality of what we saw here, 80%, about 80%, 75 to 80%. And the temperature did drop on the weather station some 2 to 3 degrees during the almost maximum that occurred right around 2:50. So it did drop. And you would expect it to drop as a result of obviously less sun and less incoming solar radiation being blocked by the moon there. At Selby Gardens, they set up this nice camera here to project it onto some white paper on the ground. And this shot coming in from meteorologist Josh Stone, who went to Selby Gardens this afternoon. And there's a projection of it quite clear there. That's a very nice shot that you see right there. Again, the eclipse of 2017 over. No noticeable difference. This is 1 o'clock in the afternoon with our time lapse. We thought we might be able to see a little bit of a difference. This is right before the eclipse began, and you can see it doesn't look much different than it was at 1 o'clock. So difficult for cameras to pick up that subtle change. I know driving around in it, you can really tell the difference, though. Just a unique kind of brightness as the eclipse was occurring. Currently, at the airport, we do have fair skies and lots of clear skies today, allowing us to get a good look at that. The heat index now at 99 degrees. That's going to be something to talk about tomorrow. We're expecting heat indices up near 106 degrees. More in the forecast. Talk about a tropical wave coming our way coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. In other news today, a protest and counter-protest over a Confederate monument at the historic courthouse in Bradenton will be starting soon.
Groups who support removing the monument will march from the South Florida Museum in Bradenton to that monument in question. ABC7's Rick Adams is joining us live from the historic courthouse with more on these planned events. Rick.
Yeah, Haley and Scott, the march and protest gets underway at 6:30, and they are expecting a very big crowd here. Groups pushing to have the monument removed include Black Lives Matter, Indivisible Bradenton, and Answer Suncoast. Those who believe it should stay right where it is include the America First Team Manatee Group. On Friday, Manatee County Commissioners voted to have the monument covered ahead of today's protest.
I have heard a few different bar owners and business owners saying they're bringing in a little bit of extra security. I've talked to a few of the MSO and BPD officers saying that they'll be out here, you know, with quite a few of their members, just trying to keep the peace, not really expecting anything, but making sure nothing happens.
And the Manatee County Sheriff's Office says they are absolutely ready for this. Again, the march and protest gets underway at 6:30 tonight. We'll have more in our 6 o'clock newscast as well as the 7 and 11. Reporting live from downtown Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you so much. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a huge win for millions of people who suffer from hearing loss. How a new law will make it easier to get hearing aids.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast. But first, the significance of the astronomical show. An astronomy professor joins us with some insight on today's Great American Eclipse.
Watch Your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck. Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather, and traffic focused on where you live. ABC7. We're here for you.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust. It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Join the fun at the Weddings of Sarasota 17th Annual Wedding Show at the iconic Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on US 41. Sunday, August 27th from noon to 4. Enjoy food, fun, and entertainment with a runway show on stage at 3 p.m. $2,000 in Weddings of Sarasota dollars given out after the runway show. You must be present to win. Pre-register at weddingsofsarasota.com. Brides and grooms are free if registered by midnight on August 25th. Weddings of Sarasota. Register today.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Today's solar eclipse is especially exciting for those who dedicate a big part of their lives to studying the universe, planets, and stars.
Most astronomers fall into that category. Joining us now to talk a little bit more about the significance of today's eclipse is astronomy professor at State College of Florida, Alan Fenderson. Alan, thanks so much for being with us.
It's my pleasure.
So now we know you had a little bit more of a high-tech viewing experience than most of us did who, maybe just had the glasses on and looked up. So tell us a little bit about what you were able to see. Could you see any of the moon's topography?
I looked very hard for that, especially at first contact, and I didn't see anything. I had 3 ways of looking, and I just couldn't find those mountains and valleys. It was just too small, the image that I had. So that didn't happen. I looked for also sunspots, but I couldn't find any of those either.
We could see some of those on the network coverage
right.
of where it was totality. You could see that very clearly. But did you notice any change around here as far as nature during the eclipse? Songbirds getting quiet. Bob talked about the temperature going down a little bit.
Yeah, I felt that too. But no, I didn't hear any difference in the way birds were singing or anything like that. But I did notice a lot of like fern. You see the crescent sun in the fern when they cross, and that was kind of interesting. And mainly the temperature dropped. That's the main thing that I saw, and the difference was about maybe 4 degrees.
I just don't think it maybe got dark enough here for the birds to notice the difference. But tell us a little bit about what you saw as far as the Earth's shadows during the eclipse, because we really enjoyed seeing that projection of the eclipsed sun through the trees.
You mean the Earth's shadow, or you mean shadows on the Earth?
Well, let's talk about both. Let's talk about the Earth's shadows first.
Well, the Earth's shadow, I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying.
Okay, let's talk about the shadows coming through the trees.
Because the Earth's shadow would be a lunar eclipse.
Right,
but the crescent sun coming through the trees, I had a colander, and it came through all of the holes in the colander as a crescent, and that looked pretty cool. And mainly, the shadows were a lot different. The trees, the leaves of the trees or the fern was not quite the same as it was without the eclipse.
So Alan, as an astronomer, as someone who teaches this to our young people, what do you hope that those students got out of this kind of a historical thing that happened today? Because it doesn't happen that often, does it?
No, it doesn't. I hope that they really appreciate the Earth and how it's protecting us from that bad place out there called space. You know, space is a hazardous place to be, and we're protected by the Earth's atmosphere, and we're pulled down by gravity, so we're flying off into space every time we jump in the air.
And is there any research that we've learned from previous eclipses, or maybe hope to learn from this eclipse as far as science goes, that could maybe help us here on Earth?
Oh, yeah. The main thing is the study of scientific things like the corona of the sun. The corona of the sun is the white background you saw at total eclipse, and that spiny looking corona is 1,000,000 degrees out there, and on the surface of the sun it's like 5,000 degrees Celsius, and we don't quite understand why when you go far away from the sun it gets hotter. You know, if you go far away from a campfire you get cooler. So, and it can't be thermodynamics that's causing the heating of the corona, because the surface of the sun is colder than the corona. So you don't get any flow of heat up to the corona from the sun's surface. So something else is heating it up, probably magnetic fields.
Right.
Another phenomenon. Yep.
Alan Fenderson, a astronomy professor at the State College of Florida. Thank you so much for your insight today. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Okay. You know, it was almost like today I felt like there was a dimmer on the sun, and we just turned it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's the most unique thing of it, I think.
It was the effect, too. It was just that something, like the shadows, as Alan was just saying, the shadows were different, even from even not the half-moon shadows, just the way that I saw our palm trees being projected.
Right.
Just it had a different look.
The brightness has gone down. That's what happened. The brightness went down. So you don't see that kind of sky at all until you have an eclipse.
Right.
And we had just a partial eclipse here. The next one comes for us here in Florida at 2045. The next one goes from Texas to Maine. That's in 2025. And again, that's a total eclipse that's going to take place. Of course, we have to travel to Texas. The most unique thing I think about this was the fact that it happened across the United States from coast to coast. Right. So 500 million viewers were able to see it. 500 million. And you don't have to travel that far to see it. Now, there's another one coming up in 2018, but you have to go down to Chile to go see it. So they happen across the globe. They happen across the Earth quite frequently. It's just a matter of you have to make that travel to find out to get them.
A lot of the scientists were pointing out. They have done this many times, but they've had to go to remote locations. Yeah. It's unusual that some of our bigger cities in the country, it hit all across.
So you get, some of the folks that can afford to travel all over the world. You heard that song, Total Eclipse or something. They run up to Canada to see the total eclipse. This was nice so that we could all see it right here and share in it, kind of. And it's a memory. I remember back when I was, I guess, 10, 11 years old, seeing a partial eclipse of the sun up there near my library in Toledo, Ohio, and have a chance to see it there. So that was really quite fun and unique. Not a lot going on in the weather anyway, so we can talk about the eclipse the whole time. I mean, it's not a big deal, right? Lakewood Ranch webcam for our first alert forecast is showing some nice weather today to view the partial eclipse here along the Sun Coast. Lakewood Ranch showing unique shadows, if you will, across the area. And we're not going to see that again here until it looks like 2045. Well, a lot of people from the Sun Coast took up north to Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina. One of them in particular, my friend Fran Supa, with his daughter there, and I think it's her husband. They checked it out, and this is what it was like right before the eclipse. They had their special glasses on, and then that's what the sky looked like. So they had a total eclipse up there, which at times can turn on street lights and all sorts of things go a little bit stranger there as a result of the total eclipse. Now, for us, we had a break in the clouds, which was really quite nice. You can see that lots of sunshine, some drier air moved over the state. And this is interesting. This is a tropical wave, which has a chance, a 40% chance developing over the next 5 days. We'll talk more about that in the next weather segment. But the dry air in place really kept skies clear across our area. Harvey, no longer a tropical storm, but a low pressure area, which continues to track off toward Texas. It has a chance to redevelop in the Bay of Campeche, looks like over the next couple of days. For us, limited shower activity around, not much going on at all, as the showers are few and far between coming from the east to the west due to that dry air that's in place. A little bit more moisture tomorrow, so there's a better chance for a few showers and a few scattered storms in the afternoon. 92, heat index at 99. Lots of sunshine right now. The dew point temperature at 71 for boaters. Tomorrow, winds will be a bit brisk to start the morning off. East winds at 15 knots. It'll subside to 5 to 10 in the afternoon. So it'll also switch around more to a northerly direction. Seas running right around 2 feet. There will be a moderate chop. The water temperature now at 89 degrees. UV index will be high at a 10 tomorrow. And the tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay. Low tide will be at 8:28 and 7:05 for a sunrise tomorrow. That should be sunrise. Mostly fair. Warm, 78, and tomorrow, look for partly cloudy skies. A little bit better chance for a few scattered storms in the afternoon. Big deal will be the heat index. We have an east wind tomorrow, and the heat index up to 101 to 106 in the afternoon. Rain chances staying high due to that tropical wave coming in from the Bahamas all the way through the weekend. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. Now to first alert traffic. Right now, there's a crash in Manatee County. It's in the westbound lanes of State Road 70, right near I-75, and it is tying up traffic in that area just a little bit. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, financial help is on the way for the nearly 50 million Americans who struggle with hearing loss. President Trump has signed the Over-the-Counter Hearing Aid Act, which was co-sponsored by Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan. Hearing aids can cost up to $4,000 or more. Many people can't afford them because they're not covered by Medicare or most insurance plans. This legislation will bring the cost down by allowing people with mild to moderate hearing loss to purchase hearing aids without a prescription. A new poll finds fewer older Hispanics are confident that nursing homes and assisted living facilities can meet their needs. The Associated Press Nork Center for Public Affairs Research Survey finds that fewer than 2 in 10 Hispanics ages 40 and older say they're extremely confident that those facilities can accommodate them. Experts say 2 factors contribute to this lack of confidence. First, social norms among Hispanic families that discourage outside care of older relatives, and second, a lack of high-quality providers. And coming up, a backyard rescue, how a woman used social media to get people to get her out of a swimming pool. And being on social media may be to blame for this motorbike sinkhole crash in China. Those stories are straight ahead.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. The Jacuzzi walk-in tub allows you or a loved one to take a safe and relaxing bath. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. Regain bathing independence with a Jacuzzi walk-in tub and enjoy spending more time with loved ones. Why wait any longer? During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. Going back to where it all began in 1956, Jacuzzi Incorporated was founded and the Whirlpool bathing category was born. Jacuzzi's patented Hydra massage jets provide an unmatched bathing experience. Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. A safe and relaxing bath is only a phone call away. Call right now to save double on a new walk-in tub. Call now.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabein.com.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights.
Now to a developing story in Ohio.
Authorities say a judge was hurt in a shooting outside of a courthouse in Steubenville earlier today. According to the city manager, one of the two suspects is dead and the other has been arrested. It appears to have been an ambush shooting taking place as the judge was walking from his car. He returned fire, as did a probation officer, and officials believe the officer struck the suspect.
I'm just upset with the fact, I mean, this man shoots a judge, could have killed him. Now, you got people out there on retaliation. I hope they don't do that, because force will be met with force, period.
Emergency responders flew the judge to a Pittsburgh hospital. Police say the man who shot the judge was the father of a Steubenville High School football player who was convicted of rape in 2012.
Water rescues typically involve fast-moving currents of a raging river, but recently in New Hampshire, it was calm. It was just the water of a backyard pool that forced a rescue. Leslie Kahn had just finished her daily swim, but as she started to get out, a step on the pool ladder broke and she cracked her knee. She tried to climb out, but she couldn't manage, so she tried to call for help, but her phone was inside. Her old iPad was on a chair, but it was out of reach, so she grabbed a pole, hooked the leg of the chair, and dragged it over. Kahn posted her 911 message on a community Facebook page. Offers of help started pouring in, and people came to Kahn's house. They finally helped her out by using a ladder.
And I just climbed out, happily ever after at that point. People keep saying, you know, well, I bet you can laugh about it now. I was laughing about it then. What else can you do, really?
Kahn says she wants to thank everyone who tried to help her out.
Yet another example of why you always want to stay focused on the road, not your smartphone. A sinkhole opened up in the middle of a city in South China, and a man on his motorbike was distracted by the phone, went straight into the hole. After that, road had collapsed. The hole measured about 16 feet across, 6 feet deep. Authorities are still investigating the cause of the road collapse. By the way, that rider suffered only some minor injuries, but a lot of embarrassment after going down in there.
That's so. Still to come on your Suncoast News, President Trump's new strategy for Afghanistan.
What he's expected to say in his address to the nation tonight. We'll have that coming up.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried, Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
It does things that seem impossible, feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.